What's up, fam? What's up? All right, today's mission is for me to take what my wife calls the dry bar. It's where you have the wine rack and some cabinets and counters and base cabinets. We're gonna turn that into a full pantry. I'm gonna put some shelves up in there. So I already started the process, taking out all the trash that got built up over time. And as we know, trash can build up quickly. So I already cleared out a bunch of the cans and everything. These are gonna go inside of the kitchen for now. And I took out the shelves, taking this whole thing down, all right? And then I might keep the base. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the base yet. I might take that down, I might not. But that's the project today in the house. I'm gonna be doing projects in the house, and I'm gonna bring y'all into these quick portions of the channel so you can see other things besides just riding motorcycles, all right? Let's go. So I'm taking off the front, the whole front of this thing first, and then I'll work my way through the rest. All right, this whole front should come off now. I might keep these, I might put these in the garage. There we go. Got that off. That gives me access to everything else that I need. The tricky part about when you're taking things apart, it's when you just try to rush. You have to take your time and figure out how things are done. Excuse the light, but I'll put the light on so you guys can see. So you have to also look to see, okay, I gotta get this off, and I have to get that off. If I don't get that off, I'm not able to get to that. And there's a screw right there. The screw comes to the other side, and the screw is what connects that to that. You feel me? So we're gonna take those two things off the same way we did with the other front, and then we'll have access to the whole thing. Of course, y'all know this is for the wine glasses. You can put the wine glass, all that stuff. So I'm gonna take all this down, and we're gonna put shelves. All in here is gonna be shelves. We're gonna get some wood, and I'm gonna put shelves in every area where I know I can. All right, so what I have to do is use my Phillips head and reach in. That will give me the opportunity to get in, because I know the drill, I don't have a long enough piece to get the drill to work. So separate this. Looks like they only have one screw that's holding that. I'm gonna have to break this whole piece off.
You want a mallet?
The mallet won't be strong enough. Because of where the angle is. There we go. Okay. Yeah, when they put this in here,
They secure.
man, they was like nobody getting this out.
A tornado won't get that down. The
Damn.
house will shatter, but it will still be in.
That's crazy. Shucks, and the wood is just. They must have been laughing when they put this together, though. Like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get this down. Whoa. It will never come down. So we gotta send a video to the builders.
Until they met a Jamaican.
You send a video to the builders.
Until they met a Jamaican. Yeah.
Whoa.
All right. Mission accomplished. Okay, so we got the shelves down, which I'm happy about. Those things was annoying as crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna patch up these walls. I'm gonna patch this up, patch that up, but I'm gonna have to cut this whole thing out. This square right here, right in the spot where that tile is at, because I'm taking this down, I'm taking this out as well. So this is gonna be a piece of ugly tile, and then we're gonna neaten up this whole spot, paint inside of here, and throw the shelves up. Give you guys that shot. You see what it's looking like. And you can tell it used to be yellow. How can I tell? Yeah. All right, I should have recorded this, but let me show you guys something real quick. I have to patch up these holes, right? Patch these holes up. There's nothing to really show you guys at the moment, but whenever you guys have like holes that's like with things hanging out, you want to take the edge, the butt of this, and you want to tap it in. You want to put a little indentation in it, right? You put an indentation, so that means like like this right here, you scrape that off. Anything lifted, you scrape it off. So then I'll take the compound, put it over that, and just do a gentle scrape, and you will have a nice cover of that opening, right? Because you want a place for that compound to sit into. Like for example, this is difficult. Look at that. That's the nail that was in the corner. So if I want to get that to be somewhat good, I'm gonna scrape it. Scrape the whole thing down. Make sure I don't have anything. And the good thing, if you look at the angle, right? There's a place for this to live in. So I can just do that and scrape. And I could do the same thing all the way down the line where it has a place for this thing to live in. So I'm gonna take enough and I'm gonna just run it all the way down. All the way down. And don't worry about it being neat right away. Just focus on the covering. And then when you want to cover it, when you want to feather it, you will put more pressure here on the edge to feather out. To feather out the edges. That way you don't have a rough look. You see what I'm saying? So we'll let that dry, and then I'll do another coat and put that on. So just some simple tips. Same thing that goes to these holes right here. Let's say you got some holes you want to patch up. See that holes? Let's say it was a painting. I'll do the same thing. I'll tap that, smack a hole into that thing, dip it in, and then cover. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing. I decided that I'm going to keep this because I don't need to do all the extra work taking it out. So this can come in handy for a lot of other things, but I am going to paint that though because that brown got to go. All right, so I went ahead to Home Depot, picked up some paint. I'm using a color called Imperial Gray. So what I like to do the edging first, all the corners. That way when I'm painting, I don't have to worry about nothing after that. The edging takes more time than anything else. So when you get the edges done, then you know you're good, you're solid. And what you could do, you could take one of these blades, one of these knives, a long one preferably, and you can edge off, especially when you're doing like rough painting and you don't really care about the paint touching certain things, but you're trying to get it as good as possible. So I'll just take that edge, press it against the edge, and I'll just work my way up. Work my way up. And that will give me a guideline as to where I'm going. See what I'm saying? So you can see, you get an idea. I'm edging all of this, okay? This is all edged off. All edged off, boom. And I'm gonna do every corner you see, I'm doing it, everything. And this should take me like another 15 minutes, and then I'm done. Then I can start painting. Sorry about the camera just moving like that. All right, so let's keep it going. So we got the paint done, it's drying. You can see the little wet spots there. That's gonna all blend in together. All right, so in here's already looking good. Like I said, I'm gonna keep all of this. I'm keeping that. Those drawers will come in handy. But it's looking much better than what it was before. Now I get shelves all around this thing. The work, man. So what I did, let me show you guys what I bought. I went and got a bunch of wood from Home Depot. Bought me some plywood, 3/4 inch thick plywood. I had them cut them all down to 12s, like I told you guys, 12 inches. And it's 4 pieces, 4 sheets. Okay, the ones I got is the ones that got the black line. It's like 20 something bucks for that, because the other plywood is ridiculous. The price is crazy. And then I got my table saw right here. I'm gonna rip it down to the size I need, and then I'm gonna cut some 6 inches deep, which is gonna be pretty much half of this, half of the 12. And I'm gonna have all the shelves up. So that's what I'm doing for today. That's one project gonna be done. I'm gonna make sure I finish it all. I'm not gonna worry about painting this stuff. That's like extra work for no reason. I'm leaving the wood raw as is. I might rub some mineral oil on here or something to keep the wood protected. But other than that, it's going up just like that. So I decided to use the miter saw instead because my table saw doesn't give me enough freedom, enough space to cut the distance I need. It's a little bit too long for the guide. So I'm just gonna do the miter saw, take my time, get the measurements, cut it one at a time, baby. So I'm cutting these 5 feet. And I could use the wood that's left over to make the brackets. So nothing is gonna go to waste. And always put on your eye protection, always. So one of the things, if you're cutting a lot of wood, like right now I'm cutting a lot of wood, you can triple up on the wood. You can double it up as long as you mark it and keep it steady. Like right now, I have 2 more pieces to cut, so I'll just double it up. I'll just put 2, and then I'll just mark it where I need to mark it at. Right there, that's the marking, 5 feet. And you could use a grip to hold it in place if you want to, or you can just trust yourself and line it up the way you need to line it up. It's simple. It makes the process go faster. All right, so that's a bunch of the scraps, which I could build some shelves with, some actual shelves and some furniture pieces, which you're gonna see some of the things I'm gonna do with that. And then these are all the boards cut in 5 feet. All right, 5 feet. Now, on the table saw now, I'm gonna have to rip these down. I gotta rip this by 6 inches, right? So whenever you're doing the table saw, you basically measure it up. And you measure it, you find the measurement that you want. So in my case, I want 6 inches. So I'm gonna baby this over. It's kind of hard doing it with one hand, but right there in this line, right there. And then you just lock it in place. This will lock it right in place. And then now I'm at 6 inches. So every time, once I put the board on here, it's going to give me a 6-inch measurement. Another thing too, whenever you're doing these rips, when you're ripping them in half, check the height of your blade versus the wood. If you look, you can see the blade is up a little bit. You don't want the blade to be all the way up here. You don't need that, all right? All you need is the blade to be right there, and it's all gonna cut. When that comes up, it's gonna cut right through it like butter. All right, so let's rip the first piece, and then I need 8 pieces, and what I did was I took my measurement of everything that I needed first, so I know exactly what I'm ripping, what I'm cutting down, all right? So let's do the first piece. So whatever you're doing your table saw, always be safe when you're cutting with a table saw. I almost got my fingers cut off years ago. I just wasn't paying attention the right way. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here we go. We're gonna rip this 6 inches. And I like to practice safety. Whenever I'm cutting and I finish cutting, I just turn it off. You never know. The kids might come by, the dog might come by. We don't want mistakes happening. So we shut it off. That way we know it's safe. So this piece is now ripped. I'm gonna do my measurements. If I have to trim off a few little pieces, then I'll do it. But now I'm gonna keep on moving on to the next, and that's gonna give me the same exact measurement every single time. Now, the beautiful thing about the table saw is the piece that I used to cut is a little wider than 12 inches. So when I cut it, there's about a few more inches that is off, so I just cut it again. You just gotta just put the blade on there, just put the wood on the blade, and it will cut it right down to size every time. So like this piece right here, this piece measures 6 1/4, okay? So that's 6 1/4 inch. let's see what we get here, okay? So now we got 6 inches, exactly, all right? When you're cutting, don't use a lot of force to push it. You mess up the blade and it could possibly shift and you will go in the blade. Take your time and just gently push. The blade will carry it the rest of the way. Now also there are tools that you can use too, which are guide tools. If you don't trust yourself, they have tools that you can use to push along. That way you never have to hurt yourself. Some of these machines, they actually come with some of those tools. This one has a guide tool here. So basically, when you're pushing it through the blade, you could just use this and guide it through. It's a lot of ways to stay safe, you know what I mean? All right, Rapid Nation, let's keep it going. All right, so it's coming together really nice. You see the shelves behind me and above me. And Dorian is here putting his in because he's working as well. But it's coming together nice, guys. Much better than what we had before. Look at that. But all this stuff, all the lines that I made, the paint is gonna cover that. I'm gonna repaint those areas. And Dorian's gonna put his pieces on, like he just cut the brackets. So the way I put the brackets on, the way I put the shelves in, is I cut 2-inch slice of the wood and ran them across the beams. And when you have corners, that's a lot of support. So it runs all the way across. You can go ahead, buddy. The drilling is gonna sound good on video. And then I use this little support here to give me more pull, more stability to connect this and that. Now, once I do that, I'm going to, oh, yeah, there you go. Once I do that, you don't even gotta do that too much for that because that drill, that screw, you'll be able to get it right through. Okay. So once I do that, I'm gonna take right down the middle, I'm gonna put a bracket. I'm gonna put like an L bracket just to give me more support. I'm gonna take a piece of 2x4, cut it at a certain angle that's gonna give me more strength. Because right now, you see, you still got some flexibility in the middle. Once I cut that, I take the measurement of how long I want it. I'm gonna put that in right through the beam and right into the shelf. And that's pretty much it. So now we got one more shelf to do on that side. And that's it for now. I'm gonna take a break, but I'm also gonna shelve this wall up with 6-inch shelves, because you could never have enough room when you're building out a whole pantry. Feel me? Let's get it. Ooh, I love the sound of drilling, baby. Go ahead, Dorian. Let's go, boy. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we got this piece done. The shelf unit that goes in the wall. 6 inches in depth. That means I can still walk in and it's not in the way. Decided to keep that like I told you guys, but I'm gonna paint that. That's gonna get painted a completely different color. I'm happy we decided to keep that. I'm gonna build a little piece that goes under here for that light to hang back up on. But as you can see, we got everything else done. You guys see that before. I got the shelves all around me. On the top, all around. Boom. See it? And when I step back, that's what it looks like. Inside. I know it's a tight spot. I'll step back so you guys can see it better. So you see what the shelf looks like on the wall right there. All right. So yeah, guys, so that's a project that I'm doing. I'm not fully done, but we got a lot done. Most of the work is done. Everything left now is just tidying it up, do some touch-up work. I gotta I gotta firm up the door frame. The door frame is kind of off the hinge, so I gotta fix that up. And I'm gonna sand out these edges. I put these edges on an angle, but I'm gonna smooth it out. That way you don't have to worry about getting stabbed by a damn freaking shelf. We don't want that. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. This is what it's all about. When I tell you guys, this is not just a motorcycle platform. This is everything. This is lifestyle. This is me giving you guys the whole list of the stuff that I do. All right, so there's a reason why they call me Sensei. It ain't just the martial arts. All right, so listen, let's keep on getting these miles. Let's get that money. Let's get that muscle. If you own a home, you have your apartment, whatever you're doing, you got work to do. Trust me, you can do it on your own. All you got to do is practice it. Take your time, study. Go on YouTube if you don't know how to do nothing. All right, I'll see y'all in a few. All right, I couldn't help myself. There's no way I'm gonna go to bed and knowing that I could have just painted this thing and called it a day. No way. So here I am painting this. I'm using the Dixie Belle coffee bean color. You know what I'm saying? I figured that would be a nice color. The thing about a Dixie paint, it's a flat finish, and you just paint right over your furniture. You can sand it down if you want to, but this thing will stick to pretty much any damn thing. As long as you clean off the grease off of it, you good. And it covers well. It's not a gloss finish. It's a flat. It's a charcoal paint. But I'll show you guys the whole thing. I know I said I wasn't going to do it. I'll do it later. But here I am doing a real quick job. This shouldn't take me no longer than 15 minutes to tell you the truth, because this ain't nothing hard. All right, it is day number 2. I finally finished the project. Now, everything that I said I was not going to do, I ended up doing. So let me show you guys. I painted everything instead. All right. So I painted this a charcoal gray, actually coffee bean color from the Dixie paint. And then I decided to paint all the shelves. I did the shelves with the same matching color as the wall. And that is, I believe it's called Empire Gray. And I built out this little, spice rack that I could put the spices on there, which came out pretty damn good. Made it from the wood that was left over. And I have a lot of wood that's left over. And of course we have all the space up here in the top going all the way around. All right, so I got a lot of room there. And of course this whole entire thing on the wall is just perfect to put all of the, it's just a lot of room. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna step back so you can get an idea of what it looks like there. And then I'll go into the other room and I'll step back so you get an idea of what it looks like here. So that's all done. Boom, big difference. Huge difference. So I'm happy of how it came out. That's one major project that's now finished. The wife is laughing, smiling, having fun, looking at the work. She's happy, I'm happy. Because they say a happy wife, happy life. Well, listen, a happy husband, happy life too. It ain't just for the wives, baby. It goes both ways. All right, so that's the end for me for that trip. I have a lot more other things that I have to do in the house. The house is a mess right now because I have things thrown all over the place. But we are attacking the first floor, getting the first floor done. And I'll show you guys a few little things that I've done in the house since I had the house. Like this table. So this table right here, I built this table from scratch. Feel that table, feel that? I built that table from scratch. And I bought these chairs for cheap, 150 bucks for all 5 chairs, actually 6 chairs, and sanded them all down and redid them. My wife, she painted this of Titan. That's Titan right there, by the way, so you can see the resemblance. I'm still getting you a video, punk. So she's painted this, and she's not fully done yet, but that's a huge painting that's gonna go up on the wall. And then I did this right here. I made this out of scrap wood. This abstract piece of art is just made out of wood, and I painted, did the fade work, did all of that stuff. And then of course took some scrap wood, made some shelves that goes there. A few more things that I did, I'm just gonna show you guys. I made this out of scrap wood as well. These are matching shelves for decorative pieces. See that? That's made out of scrap wood. Use some, man, it's so much stuff. Then I came in this room. This here is a piece of fabric. I built a frame and I used this fabric. It's like a curtain fabric, real thick fabric. I love the artwork on it. And I made it into an art piece. That's the design right there. I made that into an art piece. The windows was all messed up. So I took the wood and I arched all of this over again. This arch you're looking at, I rebuilt all of that from the window. This used to be a full arch on the top too, but I made it squared off, arched it. I redid this whole room. Did the railings here, all brand new, going all around. Redid this dresser. I built this table. You can't see it right now because it's, like I said, the house is in a mess right now, but I built this table, colored it, painted it to match the floor. And then of course, the walls, I did the design on the wall. So I step back, give you an idea on what that room looks like. So you see, it's projects all the time. I mean, there's projects to be done around your home, learning how to do all this stuff. I built this little thing from scratch. This is for the mail. Just put the mail in there. You know what I mean? Let the mess pile up. Got the key racks. The bathroom, did the bathroom too. Just showing you guys if you're thinking about buying a house. I made this out of scrap wood. Didn't have to go and buy that. No expensive place. I put the rope to give it that nice aesthetic. So that's how that looks. Boom. I redid the floors. I built this from scratch. That I built from scratch completely. Let me close the toilet. I hate seeing toilets in video that's opened up. So that there is built. And when I say I built this, I mean I built this from scratch. Went under here, did the plumbing, installed this, the sink, put a new mirror up, new lights, painted everything, installed this, put the nickel plated receptacle outlet cover, and that's that. Installed new moldings in the top, all done by me. The flooring, I did all that by myself. So that's a lot that's done. I'm giving you guys a tour, man. Might as well just give y'all a tour. Y'all always seen the house on the outside. That's just showing you guys a couple of things. But once the house gets together and we get it to where we got to get it, you will get to see the whole house, because I would take a full walkthrough, videos, all that. I'm not afraid of showing that, because it is what it is. Maybe you're looking to buy a house. Maybe you have a house and you want to get some inspiration of things that you can do in your home. Save money, learn how to do that stuff. If you live in Georgia, call me. I won't be for free, but there's a lot that I can help you with, that you'd be surprised. You'd be like, damn, and my price is going to be reasonable. All right, anyway, this is Sensei telling you, let's keep on getting these miles. Let's get this money. Let's get these muscles, and I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.